Welcome! This video will cover the basics of working with data in Global Insight, including saving to Global Insight workbooks, shortening the time frame of the data, creating percentage changes, PCH and PCHYA, and reasons for backing up data. In the previous videos, we successfully found and selected our series via keyword search or a tree search. Let's start with the results of a tree search previously selected. At this point, we could use the export function on the lower part of the screen to export all of the selected data into a spreadsheet program such as Excel. But we can do a lot of manipulation to the data in Global Insight using its data range and function capabilities. So let's work with our series, Chile, GDP, pesos, quarterly. Usually we'll want a specific time period for the series, not necessarily the whole range or historical data. To manipulate the data, we need to save it. Let's highlight the first two series, real and nominal GDP, and in this case, we've already highlighted it. Now, click on Save Selected. A set of workbook names appears in a dialog box. You can create a new workbook and save them into the workbook. We'll go ahead and type in this case, Chile video. Now, let's go find the workbook that's been created by selecting it from the list on the left-hand side. Your saved series should be in front of you on the main page. Now let's manipulate the data. First, let's look at the two series together on a chart. Highlight them both and click on the chart function at the lower left. Well, both the series are rising over time. But there's too much historical data. It is hard to see what is going on in recent years. So let's shorten the time frame of the data. Click on the small grid box in the upper right-hand corner. This will let us change the data range. In the dialog box, Workbook Settings, choose the Data Range tab. Choose Use These Settings button, which allows you to choose how much history to show. Let's choose 10 for history and make sure there's 0 for forecast. You can see the actual values of the data by selecting the data table. You can present the data vertically or horizontally by selecting values down or values across function along the bottom. Now let's do some simple manipulations of the data. To be specific, let's look at the pattern of real GDP growth over time. Go back to the Series List tab. Highlight the Real GDP series. Go to the Functions icon along the bottom bar. A dialog box will appear. Since we are interested in the pattern of GDP growth over time, let's manipulate the data to show the percent change. So click on PCH, and a new series with PCH in the function column appears in your list. Let's see what this series looks like. So highlight the PCH series and click on the chart button on the lower left. This is not what we expected. The series is very choppy and doesn't really help us understand what is happening to Chile's real GDP. This is because the PCH function is the percentage change from the last quarter. A better presentation of GDP growth is the percentage change in GDP in this quarter compared to the same quarter 1 year ago. So we go back to the Functions icon on the bottom, choose the PCHYA. Now, go back to the series list and highlight the series with PCHYA, and the chart is much more revealing. For instance, you can see how the global financial crisis in 2009 affected Chile's GDP growth. When you are finished with your project, if you think you'll need the data in the future, it is a good idea to download all your series into your own computer. The workbooks that are saved in Global Insight are available for anyone to use, and so your data could disappear or be corrupted. So it's always a good idea to back up your data on your own computer or use a portable memory device. In this video, we have shown how we can take series that we searched for in the Global Insight database, save them to a Global Insight workbook, and change the data in terms of its time dimension and a simple manipulation of the data. We also have practice with charting the data.